I can drink this. This ain't. Listen. This
right
here is a bathtub run for me. You know. But he was everybody else's soul. You know ain't nothing I can
ladies
do
and
about
gentlemen, welcome. We got a great show for y'all today. Definitely sponsored by Exodus TV. We come to y'all live and correct.
Yeah.
What's the name of the show?
Life of the Party.
Hey.
I'm gonna let the ladies take over. Y'all already know what it is, man. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And let them know your channel too, because we're gonna drop it on that.
Currently right now, my channel is Jamie Keller.
Jamie Keller.
This is
dropping
that Shell. And this is Nene. Angel.
Hey.
/ Demon.
Uh-oh. It might come out, y'all. It might come out.
It's a healthy balance.
Always.
So the content for this show is basically we just vibing. You might vibe with us. We don't know.
Yes.
Come on.
You know.
I'm
But
Come on.
be shy. Fuck it.
can't.
What you say? Don't be shy. Don't be
mind
shy.
if I do.
Don't be shy.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and reintroduce. Is there Shell? Gang. We have,
It's just Rita.
and we also have,
Nene Angel, baby.
and this is Life of the Party.
I might have to change that. It's a nice little ring.
Yeah.
It do.
Kind of
it
rolls
do.
off the tongue. Just,
Look, Nene's a whole vibe, but I promise
Yeah.
you, just like that, out of nowhere, you be like, well, damn.
Yeah.
right. Don't fuck up my vibe.
Exactly.
You heard me?
This don't kill my vibe.
Be cool. I'm be cool too.
Maybe.
So look at my curls today. What y'all think about my curls, ladies?
Loving it.
I love it.
Very
Yeah, I've
natural.
been trying to do that perm rod shit. You know,
I like it.
you like it?
I do.
You see me?
You
see me?
We see each other.
You see me? Actually, it got stuck on my eyelash, but it's okay.
I'm not about to play with her. Lord.
It's okay.
So-
Shell, you had an interesting question. I want to hear more about this question you had, ma'am.
So it wasn't really a question. It was more of a statement.
Okay,
You know,
let's
with
hear it. What you got?
sexual connectivity with energy.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is when you can just literally be in a room with somebody. You don't even have to be standing next to them. Just in the room, y'all match eyes, y'all got that vibe, and you just instantly flame on.
Is that real, though?
It's real.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How is
Yes.
that real? Please explain that to me, because you know what, honestly, I ain't ever had that.
I've had it to where I've had to exit and be on the drive home. Like, okay, I can't wait till I get to the house with Rose. I'm going to have to get this off doing 70 on the highway, cruise control.
But are we talking about lust? Or are we talking about a true connection?
I ain't even going to lie. Love
Like a
had
mixture of both.
It is, but love had nothing to do with the feeling I was feeling at the time.
Lust.
That's what I'm saying. Love had nothing to do with it. It was all lust. It was all.
But can we
Now,
not
lust
just-
ain't always a bad thing, though.
It's
You can
really
have
not.
lust with the person that you're with, that
Very
you are
much so.
committed to. But that little thump when you look at them,
Yeah.
or like,
See, that
you
was
know,
going to be my next thing.
sometimes you can just look at your partner's silhouette and be like, dum dum, ooh, I hope you.
I
don't know.
have that because I have a very lovely young man that I'm with, and there are times I look at him, I'm like, he be like, what you looking at?
Yeah.
Baby, you don't know to know. Because in my mind, I don't visualize a lot of things about you that's nice and juicy.
Yes.
It's something about the structure
But
of
guess
a
what,
man.
though? Shell? Guess what, sis? That's because I orchestrated that with the person I was interested in. So I can't see that vibe being with somebody I don't know. I can't feel
Well,
that.
I'll say this. I've known a certain person for about almost 5 months.
Okay.
And it's a whole vibe. Well, like when we do actually get a chance to link, you know, it's, first of all, never touch this man. Man ain't never touched me.
Okay.
We laugh, we talk, we hang out. Like it's just a good vibe. He knew what I came out of. I knew what he just came out of.
Okay.
So we knew us coming together physically was not going to be the best mix for right now. But some days,
Was this a conversation?
Oh yeah, we've had the conversation.
Well, that's a grown conversation.
We've had
that's a grow the fuck up kind of conversation.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And considering
because that's very rare.
Considering I got some years on this man, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, we not gonna say how many.
Oh,
we
wait
not
a
gonna say how
minute.
many. We not gonna say
We
how
got a
many.
little baby cub. We got a little baby cub.
Nah,
baby.
Nah. There ain't no baby cub, but yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. We got Simba.
Nah, baby, we got Mufasa.
Oh, she said Mufasa. Wait a minute, not him daddy.
but it's just it's something about that energy. Like I can't explain it. It's just some days where it's like I'm that high school girl.
Okay.
I got butterflies and my hands are sweaty and I can't stop fidgeting and touching shit and you know I want to sit cute and I want to be hood.
I want to play devil's advocate in this right here because I'm asking you this: is that because of what you want?
I will say I'm at a crossroads of exactly what it is I want.
Okay.
Or is it what you imagine it could be?
Could be. Come on, give me some, bitch. Come on, give me some. That's what I should have said. Is it because of what you're imagining?
You know what? I will say yes. My imagination is very wild and it runs rampant.
Okay.
But it also tends to flip sides. You know, I go from,
and that's why I
one to the
question
other.
that true like organic lust, because I question that.
Oh, it's
is it a
very
real
real.
thing? I don't feel it's real.
Oh, it's real.
It's real.
You think it's real?
I done told
It's
y'all
real.
it's real.
I mean, like if I see a juicy booty from a female walking by, I'm like, oh, that's cute, but good, look, that's where it stops. I don't
can't necessarily
visualize.
say that,
I don't look at a man and visualize. I don't, because I don't believe that it makes sense to me, because I don't know nothing about you. I don't know where you've been. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you got going
you
on.
imagine
It's
it
the
could
energy.
But
be.
what are you imagining? How can you not imagine the true, like, who is this person?
I mean, it's
How can you imagine?
Well,
it's
I
a
ain't gonna
person-
lie.
It's a
beyond
person.
that?
It's not even the person.
It's the energy.
The energy? What
It's
energy?
Like, you ever just been around somebody's aura and it's just so loud, like you could just be having a bad day, but just being around that person, and once you get that hug from
It
them or a
melts.
high five, it's transferable.
Yep.
I imagine that I'm that for people.
So what you
Very
put
well
off
could be.
is what they're
I do.
feeling.
I do.
So, and that's what I pick up on.
Okay.
You know, I could be around somebody and I'm like, you weird. I don't like you. I need to move. And then I could be around certain
I just
people.
question
and
people's
it
motives.
turns something on in me.
I just question people's motives when it comes to that, because it makes me feel like, okay, you making this shit up, you know, in your head. And this is why people, like, you know, fall into cheating. This is why people fall into lies.
And that's why you have.
Baby, take
But
that
see,
home.
cheating never starts with the physical.
It don't.
It
It starts
always
with
starts with
a conversation.
And that's also a transferable
Energy.
So,
Because you can talk a good game and start
Correct.
to build with what you want them to think, and
Correct.
that's
Selling
how,
dreams.
and that's
Correct.
how that
Selling
shit
dreams.
end up
Correct.
spiraling into 6
Correct.
months, 6 years,
Correct.
60, and then
And
next
you
thing you
know
know,
what?
like, why the fuck am I still here?
was
But that's
married.
where you have to become aggressive at and be
Okay.
like, hey, look, I know what I'm thinking, but I
Okay.
also know myself. Hey, look, this is what we're not gonna do.
That's right.
And that's
This is
where
what this is.
self-accountability
That's right.
comes in.
So what you want?
But how many people are honest about that question? When
You'd
it
be
comes to that
surprised
question?
when you come aggressive like that. You cut them off. They
Yep.
weren't ready for that.
Yep.
So now, judging by how you respond, I can kind of gauge.
Yep.
You full of shit. It's all right. I know how to handle this.
Yeah, but
It's
how many
cool.
people are true about their intentions?
Hey, some people tell you straight out. I'm glad you asked that question.
It's
I ain't
few
doing
and far
bullshit.
between.
It's
few.
very
It's
few
very.
far in
I would
between.
say probably 3 out of every 10
Shit.
will be transparent and be like, you know what?
I give it 5 out of
If
10.
if you
My
ask,
experience.
well, to
My
someone who can
experience gives it
actually have
none
a
out of 10.
conversation, if you ask a question and they already know you as a person, okay,
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, she already know what the fuck I'm gonna say. So let me just be honest. And then you got something that's gonna try you, like, let me see if I can, be slick with this shit. Be like, I'm gonna tell her some shit she
Yeah.
want to hear.
But if you gamed up, you
Yeah.
already know them responses.
That part.
See straight through that.
See,
That
but that's the
part.
problem. I've never been gamed up. I've always, when it comes to relationships, like a one-on-one, I always felt like, okay, this is me and you. Let's be honest.
But some people don't know how to be honest
That's
because
the
when they've done
problem.
that with others, they're
That's
still
the
bringing those past
problem.
traumas into the present.
That's the problem. So
So
then
they
that
shut
begs me the
down.
question: when you're looking at somebody and having that connection, how real is it?
It's as real as I want it to be because I control my
Real as you
situation.
want it to be, but listen to what you said. As real as you want it to
Facts.
be.
And that's where self-accountability comes
Come
in.
on,
Exactly.
y'all.
So if I get bamboozled, you know what, bitch, you knew that.
I let
knew.
you do it.
That's
See,
just
but
what
that's
you
what I'm
wanted.
saying. Then that don't make it real.
Hey,
But
it do
what-
make it real.
but
What's
what-
in your
but what
head,
you
whatever
feel-
your reality is, and that's what
you
it
feel
is.
when you look at somebody,
Yeah.
that is real.
Shit.
Regardless, no. Regardless of what it is, that is real.
Mm-mm.
When you look at somebody and you like, you know what, like, damn. But you know, like, man, this shit ain't gonna fucking work. I'm gonna have to kill you.
But then you
or
still
beat
go
your
and fuck,
ass.
though. You know what I'm saying? They still go
Because
and
the
fuck.
flesh is weak.
Exactly.
Is
the
it the
fle-
flesh you're weak, or is it just being selfish?
I mean, sometimes.
Come
you just,
on now.
Sometimes
It's
a win.
just selfish.
Hey, sometimes a win is a win. Sometimes you just like, you know what? Fuck
But
it. I know
that
it
ain't
ain't
no
no
win.
good.
How's that a win?
Because at the end of the day, I
Because you
fuck.
still know what you're doing.
What the?
You still know what
See,
you're doing.
listen.
That's when that nigga in me
That's
come
the
out. At the end of the day,
only
I still fuck.
time. No.
I don't care what you say,
No.
what you take it to somebody, or how you
And
flip it. I still
I
fuck.
can turn
you
it
can't
off.
take it back.
And turn it on. But that's where I was explaining earlier. You got
Okay.
to know how to balance your feminine and your masculine. When you masculine,
Yeah.
it's just like these niggas. Nigga, I'm already thinking the same shit you thinking.
That part. Hey, you
A lot
just
of
said you
times,
wanted to
yeah.
fuck. You probably could have got this shit over with 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. But sometimes that's where it pop out. Like, look, this is
First
what I'm
of
trying
all,
to do.
that's
You
rude.
want to do it or no? Like, what we
Hey,
doing?
I've
We
always
gonna
been-
skip
I've
past
always been a
all
believer.
this shit that you was about to spit at me. This is what's up.
Let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the real.
But
I
let
don't
me-
want to do
but
the
you
three
know what,
stages
I'm-
of relationship to
I'm
to
glad
lock
you
this
ladies
in.
brought that up because this is what I'm learning. Men are sensitive as fuck.
They are. That's why as women we have
But
to create
men
that
do
space for them to
not
be vulnerable.
want to. Why do we got to create a space for that when
Because
they
unfortunately-
need to be honest about
Because
it?
unfortunately, society has made it to where men are not supposed to be vulnerable. They're not supposed to be sensitive. They're supposed to man up and take
but
it
the
and keep it
reality
pushing.
is that you are. You know what
I
I'm saying?
will
As a
say-
man, you are.
Mm-mm.
It comes down to
Nah, I disagree
you
with
have
that.
to know the traditional role of male and female.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, traditional.
Okay.
A man's job is to do 3 things.
Okay. Protect,
Many who know me know
provide,
and profess. Damn right. You got to provide, protect, profess your love for your woman and your family. A woman's job is to provide peace, progress, and pleasure. Many take
Wait,
pleasure.
we got 3 P's too.
We got
Yeah.
3 P's.
We got
But what
3
is
Ps.
it?
We got 3.
Look,
Peace.
and they all connect to one whole. but
Peace. We
got
gotta
three
be
of
is peace. Progress. Pleasure. Because we are the pillar. We are the backbone.
So he
That is
can't
our
be
job.
my pleasure.
them. He can,
He can.
but that's
But-
not his place.
Exactly.
Not in the structure of what she's building.
Yes.
On the point that she's making.
That's why I said pleasure can get
Misconstrued.
exactly because a lot of people think pleasure is sexually. No.
Mm-mm.
When your man
That's
gets
what
you
I
a home, when you have a home, you provide the pleasures, you provide the comforts, you provide the food, you provide the aesthetic, you provide a whole vibe that he wants to come
Oh, that's
home
a
in.
nice word, aesthetic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he walks through that door,
He's
I
at
am
peace.
pleasured. I'm at peace. I can make progress because this woman has my back because we are the backbone. We are the
No
pillar.
matter how
the
hard
man
that
is
day
supposed to be the
was.
priest of the temple. Henceforth, where you have to submit when you have the right one
Yes.
to allow him to lead,
Yes.
and then also be his backbone because you still got to watch his back. Now we'll take it a step further. Man is the priest, woman the pillars of the
on now.
temple, which is the home.
Come
The
on now.
children are the congregation.
Amen.
So can I ask
They are
y'all
watching.
something?
We have to set the example for them to know how to have those traditional roles so they can make the
Man,
proper
you better
pick because
tell
we
it.
our whole, and I'll be honest, the black family has been destructed. But go ahead, Nene, go ahead. I know
I want to
you got
raise my
something. Go
question.
ahead.
Look, I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So what if the woman, i.e. me, don't feel that?
That's where conversation needs to come in.
See, this, because I like to be, I know this ain't the most popular thing to say, but I enjoy being the head.
But you probably had to be
That
for
part.
survival.
For
but that's
survival.
not
That
how
part.
it should be.
No.
You're a woman. You're
Okay.
feminine.
Okay.
You should be feminine.
Okay.
You are.
Yeah.
But again, you know,
'Cause
due
I
to
am a
survival,
lady.
because all of us are still human.
I am a lady, y'all.
Our job is to survive. You know what I'm saying? So
Always.
you've had to do what you had to do. So it's like, that's, again, you got to balance your femininity, masculinity. You like to be the head of the household because you know what? I know shit don't always work out.
You
And
had
I
to be
cannot
it for so
afford to have
long.
that rug pulled
Hey,
up from
do
underneath
you
me.
understand? That's exactly where I am with that.
Because you've had to play
I
that role
can't
for
play
so
that
long.
role.
And it is
no
hard.
more.
When I tell you that shit is so hard,
But it's
Got
not
to
that
be
you
the
have to
head.
take a full back seat, but also you have to create a space where you feel safe enough to say, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
These are 3 things I know he likes taking care of,
Mhm.
and I know I'm just accustomed to taking care of because I had to.
Okay.
Let him take care of it, and then once I see it's executed in the manner of how I like
Ooh,
it,
she used a big
then
word
I'll go
again. She
ahead
said
and
executed.
delegate more.
Yes.
Okay.
you have to
executed.
you have
Ergo,
to
why I said earlier,
merge
Yes,
yourself
yes, yes.
I
into
can
it.
control the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether it looks like I'm taking a back seat, no,
Yeah.
I'm still in control.
I think
Not to
church
say
should
this like on
always
some
be
sneaky
like
stuff or
this.
nothing
I
like
think
that.
church should
But-
be like this. This is how church should be.
Yeah.
A true, honest conversation. I think this is how we learn.
Most definitely.
You know, because I always felt guilty for being who I wanted to be. Because you're right. You're right. I have been accustomed to being the head because I had to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
We've-
now that I'm in that role,
we've
I don't
all
want to give
had
that
to feel
seat
like
up.
that.
I don't want to give that seat up. I don't.
It's hard.
Because unfortunately, you were forced into it. So you
I
had,
was.
So you had to boss up,
I did.
and because you stayed in that role for so long,
Correct.
it's like, okay, you don't know nothing else. It's like
That's
it's like,
right.
It's like a military man that's done nothing but serves from 18 to 40.
That's right.
Mhm.
You're retired. You're not required to do anything.
That's
you met
right.
all your requirements.
That's right.
You're set. I don't know what to do.
That's right.
I
Yep.
don't. So what do? They go out and they find another job,
Mhm.
Right.
and they get told something else to do.
That's right.
It's the same way in the
It's that
household.
structure.
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
So basically,
Correct.
it's a new job. You delegate what you want done.
Right.
Let me see how you do with this.
Yes.
Okay, you executed these steps
Yeah.
very well. Great job. So great job, maybe. Well, you know what?
But how do you
He
convince
has-
today's man that that's okay?
You have to slide
There's no
it in.
such thing as a conversation because these niggas ain't trying to hear that shit.
So
It's
that's
about tone and delivery.
tone and delivery,
Tone
but
and
also,
delivery,
but
my
also
ass.
you can
Yes,
merge
it
these
that.
is.
niggas ain't trying to
But
hear
you ain't gotta
none of
always
that.
have that conversation. Like, you know what? He didn't mention 2 or 3 times that he likes what I make on certain days, and he really been craving that. So you know what? He been doing everything I asked him to do. He even take me to the store that he don't even like to go to, but he been hyping me up and doing what I need to keep me going. Let me go ahead and cook him what he like.
Yes.
Okay,
But I enjoy
wait.
cooking though.
But wait,
for
but
for
to
my man.
them, they see, okay, you know what? Shit, I like how this is going. I'm gonna keep doing this shit
Yeah.
so she can keep doing this shit. And
Right.
you gonna think, you know what? I like how this is going. I'm gonna keep doing
Doing
this
this
shit
shit.
because
So
she's gonna
now
keep doing this
we're
shit.
at an even pace.
Okay.
So
Exactly.
we're just gonna keep this up, and you know what? If
I
something
hope
pops
it
up,
works out that way because it sometimes.
but
I feel
again,
like,
different ways
when
of having
there's
a
something that you
conversation
want to
without talking.
address
Mhm.
as well,
Mhm.
tone and delivery.
Yes.
So say I don't like something you're doing. Hey, you know, I really don't like how this is going. Can we do something where it's not you telling them what to do, it's asking, so then they feel like, hey,
So the thing is this, I think that's great when you have that partner who can receive that criticism. But
Again, tone,
I-
delivery.
even with tone and delivery, even if it's wrapped in UPS packaging, FedEx, and all that, pretty with a bow.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Yeah, that don't always work for a nigga who ain't trying to hear that shit.
well, do you know his languages? 5 love languages. You know, it's a little different things.
And everybody love
You know
language
that's
ain't the
interesting
same.
about the 5 love languages, right? If it's one-sided, it still ain't gonna work.
I think if we take the number of love languages out of the equation, the shit
Correct.
would flow better.
That's true.
Correct.
That is true.
Correct.
It's typical
because
to have-
I am like 2 or 3 of them love languages.
Right. Like it's typical to have, you know, your
The
5
number they
love
gave out,
languages,
I'm all 5.
But
correct, and that can be on any given day. All 5. Correct.
that part.
Correct. That's
But
true.
if you focus on the amount of love languages, I think that's where it gets lost in translation.
It does.
So let's talk about sex real quick. I'm
Always
just
down
curious.
for that.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. So when a woman is aggressive in bed, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on your mate and how aggressive you
And
are.
the timing.
And the timing.
Yeah.
There's a timing.
Cause you got some men who like that aggression, like, ooh, she getting it started. She ain't waiting for me to turn on the engine. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And then you got some days where they want to be the ones to start the ignition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So it's you kind of got to give and get a little bit,
Okay.
you know.
Gotta know your role.
But you can always
I've learned
bait.
that. I've learned to know
You
my
can
role.
always bait, because I mean, if your engine already running and you like, you know what?
Correct.
Fuck
How
it.
do you bait when you got to play that role?
So
How do you bait?
So use
We
whatever
talked earlier about the matching panties and bra shit. You know.
use
Is
whatever
that
his favorite
thing?
body part is. If you know you got an ass, man, make sure everything you do is you bent over doing something.
Okay.
If you got a breast, man, shit, use whatever you do and
Take
bend
that bra-
over.
take
and
that bra
shit,
off,
have
yeah.
something a little low cut. You know, if you got a legs, man, when he walk in, have them legs
And then
shined
sometimes
up
it
and
don't even be
crossed
body
in.
parts.
Okay.
Right. Sometimes it could
Yeah,
be
you
how you
know
talk
Ergo,
to
why
him.
you have to leave the 5,
But wait a
the
minute.
number 5 out and leave it because he does
Because
get like.
I'm actually
'cause-
a verbal person. It's the verbal for me. Like, talk something sexual and intelligent. I'm like, what, nigga, what you say?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Stimulate me.
Wait a minute. Did you use that
Get
as a
that
dictionary?
conversation. Look, while y'all are at work
New
or in
words.
two separate
Wait a
places,
minute.
get that conversation going.
Okay.
You know, send them a text or whatever.
Foreplay should be all day. I've always believed that.
Yes, I'm a
It should be
big,
all day.
big.
You said melatonin?
It takes time.
I
It takes
don't do
focus.
melatonin gummies. Yeah.
Shit. That shit work.
I mean, she's
You
only,
ain't really
hey,
work.
she's only 5 months.
But see,
I
the
don't
thing
have
is,
to give her a melatonin
it's-
gummy. Give her that warm bottle in about a 3 minute.
I'm talking
wrap.
about for myself. I take that
Shit.
shit. The thing is, you can't be moving around and still being active. You got to be completely the fuck still. And then all of a
you
sudden,
were the kid.
both be the fuck still. 10, 15 minutes, pow, out.
Oh yeah,
You
that-
cannot-
melatonin?
Yeah, you cannot have no movement. You got to lay still.
Oh, baby, I
Oh.
gotta take a shot for that shit.
Oh, I got,
You
no,
know.
I got,
It's
nah,
facts.
I got years before I have to give her a melatonin gummy.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
get- hey, look,
Mm.
try this.
What?
It's the cherry juice with a little bit of water.
I heard about that.
What
Hey.
the fuck?
Yeah,
I ain't heard about no damn
Hey.
cherry juice.
TikTok work wonders.
I like
I've
that.
heard about
I
that.
ain't gonna say who tried it with my child, but 10
I like
minutes
me a
later,
little TikTok.
Yeah.
I like me a little
I don't
TikTok.
know.
I do. I like
I don't know. I was like, oh, that's good to know. Let's make sure we
I
keep
like
the
me a
cherry
little
juice in the house.
TikTok.
Yeah. Thanks, TikTok. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It ain't gonna work.
I mean, again, I was shit.
It is
I
two
don't-
different planes. One's
Yeah.
here and one's here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And why?
It is
How
different.
you get them together?
How do you get them
I
together?
mean, shit, y'all both get on the same goddamn plane. I mean,
It's
compromise is going
It
is
is,
where it's
it
gonna
is.
have to come.
My plane taking off, his depart. You know, his landing. How you gonna get on the same plane?
Okay, well then y'all just gonna have to sit down and have a
Shit,
conversation.
you gotta get on that motherfucking golf cart in the airport, nigga.
You said that
to
golf cart.
terminal,
Hey.
nigga.
No, you didn't say the golf cart. I need to get. Excuse me. Excuse
Yes.
me.
Hey,
Come
blowing
on,
the
excuse
horn.
me.
I'm about to miss my flight.
Shit.
Not the
mean-
golf cart.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you've tried everything possible,
Yeah,
subtle,
Yeah.
soft,
Yeah.
indirect, direct, you know what?
Sometimes you gotta wear them down too.
Yeah.
You do.
And that also comes in with, okay, everybody's got a bag of bullshit.
Mm.
Which bag do you really want to take on and unpack and go through?
Yes. That's where you hit the scales. What am I gonna deal with? What I ain't? How does that shit?
And
even
is this
out?
something I can actually deal with for the rest
Exactly.
of my life?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I really see myself giving up and then thinking, damn, did I really try? Like, did I really put forth some effort? Like, did I really hear
Shell
what he
ass over
or
here
her
trapping
saying?
this.
I mean, I'm only speaking from my
Yes.
own experiences. Because, I mean, shit, I ain't never fought for no fucking relationship. You want to go, baby?
Listen.
Go ahead,
That's
walk
my
out
number
the door.
one goal. That's my number one goal. I will never fight to make you stay. Because then that right there, I'm doing you an injustice and myself.
And this is true. But
you
at the
have
end
got
of the
to
day,
want
not
to
a
be
fight
there
like
as much
that.
as I
But-
want
no,
to.
no, no, it's
but
not.
you got to want to be there. I ain't gonna make you. I'm not.
But when you
I
can
am
you can
never.
actually see, you know what? It's gonna take a little time.
Okay.
Everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me actually give this a shot and wait it out and see what I can and can't take.
That's different than making somebody. Trying
But
to fight.
this is where
That-
you got to know your partner.
But that
you
is the
really got to know. You got to sit. And I'm not saying like this is your whole intent in life. No. It's like really getting to know this person.
Yeah.
Like, I know what you like. I know what you don't like. I know what you finna say. I know. Like my husband, 13 years. I know when he finna pee. I know when he
Come
finna
on.
fart. I know when he finna burp.
Okay.
I know when he finna ask me for some food.
Okay, brother.
I know when he finna look at me and be like, hey, babe, look at this dog. I know all these things.
Okay.
I've literally called it out in one night. He about to wake up. He's about to go pee. He's finna burp. He's finna come out this room, ask for a cigarette, and he's gonna want me to make a tuna sandwich.
And he
Lo and
just
behold, boom, bang, boom, boom, boom. And everybody's
Come on.
like, damn. I was like, yeah, sandwich is already made. It's up in there.
that. Right.
Because she knows.
Because you
her
know
man.
you're a man.
Now, it was a lot of compromising, though. I
Okay.
was not into fishing.
So let's talk about compromise. Who had to do the compromising?
Both.
Nah. Who had to do more?
Trust me, of course, I'm the woman. I got the most patience.
That's what I want to. That's where I'm getting at.
But
Somebody
you have to know,
got to do the most.
is this person worth it? I knew from
Of
jump.
course, they're gonna be worth it. But I'm just saying, it always
No,
seems like the woman
nigga.
that
No,
does the most
no,
compromising.
no.
I feel that, ladies.
Okay.
I feel that we as women always do the most compromising.
This is true. But
Why
are we compromising?
is that?
But when you're compromising, are you compromising for selfish gain, or are you compromising to actually make something
I
work?
am saying that we are compromising to make something work because as women, we always get the short end of the stick. And let me tell you something. When we compromise, it's because we see or visualize a future of what could be.
Exactly.
And then when that nigga don't do that accordingly to our vision,
And then that's where
that's where
self-accountability
we have
needs to come in.
self-accountability
Yes.
never happens
Shit.
in that other party because
That's why it's called
There-
self, because you got to hold yourself accountable.
true.
It's like self-esteem,
True.
bitches. Esteem of your motherfucking
Fucking self.
self.
True.
So,
can we toast?
I mean,
that wasn't
it's
good.
just
Y'all
real.
motherfucking
You gotta
self.
think
I'm
about
not-
it,
I'm
like,
not mad about that. That was a
Again,
good
I
point.
can only give my own personal examples. I spoiled my man. That was me. I did that.
I did the same.
So,
I do the
the
same.
issues that I do
I
have,
do the
I have
same.
to hold myself accountable. And our sister Dominic even told me one time, sis, you did this. You know what?
Yeah.
You right.
Because sometimes the
I never
actions
thought of
that,
it that
the
way,
actions we
but-
keep
Because
getting
I
is
chose
because
this.
we
Yeah.
keep
I didn't have
accepting.
to. I chose this. This is who I
Yeah.
chose. And I also told myself, I'd rather be with you and all your bullshit because, trust and believe,
Correct.
people can tell you before. I don't want you.
And
Bye.
I'm the same way.
I'ma move
That's
around.
why I can say goodbye so quick like this, baby, and not think about you ever.
And
in
then
life.
that's where it comes in. I'm like, okay, damn, it's something in you
correct.
with that connection
Correct.
that makes you say, you know what? Let me try one more time.
Because your partner should be your groupie.
So
Your
you don't
partner
feel like
should
you
be your
don't feel
group.
like
My
that
fan. Your
could
partner
ever be
should be
worked
your
out? You don't
cheerleader.
think that could ever be
Compromise, that's the problem.
compromised? Yeah.
I don't feel that can be compromised because then you're telling me to be fake. You're telling me to be somebody I'm not. And that's not who you met. So why be with me if that's not who you want?
That's
Because
not who you love.
I'm not the
You
problem.
don't actually love me.
That's right. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. Because if you're the one carrying the jealousy, you got to fix that.
Yeah.
I can't be your fix.
I'm like Jamie. I lost myself. I ended up having to cut myself off from social media because
Okay.
the person that I was with at that particular time, it's like it was like a light switch. You know, I could post something positive about me and him or whatever, and it might get like 2 or 3 likes.
Okay.
But I post something about myself, or I take a selfie and I got like 100 likes, and you know he would see it, and we go from to all right, I'm finna go. Wait, what's
So he
wait,
took
what
it out
happened?
on you
Pretty much.
that everybody else
Because
did
he
not.
felt like it was my fault. But at the same time, had you not been doing your dirt and me not
That's where
actually
that control come
realizing where it came from.
But then let's talk about control. Is it truly control when somebody wants you to behave a certain kind of way to make them happy?
Yes.
And it's,
Yeah.
okay, so that's control.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
real bad.
Because I should be able to be me and you still be fucking happy.
Exactly.
Correct.
Because being
Correct.
me is what attracted you to me.
Exactly.
And if you thought that I was going to change a characteristic that drew you in to be what you thought in your mind or how I should be, that's not fair to me. It's not fair to the relationship.
Okay.
At all.
So how do you
I
have
can't
that
make you happy if
conversation?
I'm not happy.
But how do you have that conversation with somebody who has it in their head that you need to be this and you need to be
Now,
this and this?
I'll
to
be
me?
honest with you.
Okay.
I'm an alpha female. Nigga, I'm real and raw.
Correct.
I don't want to, when I say tone and delivery, you got to
Okay.
know your person.
Okay.
If it's getting that far to where it's disrupting my peace,
Correct.
oh, your peace about to get disrupted too. So
That
we
part.
gonna hash this out.
Oh.
Hey, this
Oh.
you got me messed up. What we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem? Because that's not my issue. And you got
But
to.
how do you even approach that without being like confrontational? Is it a confrontational thing, or can it be a conversation?
Depends on the person you.
It
with.
really depends on the person
And
because
see,
it
that's
became
the problem because
confrontational
how do you
with
even
mine.
approach that period, regardless of the person? How do you approach that?
You
Hey,
really
babe.
can't.
This is
because-
what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
no
mean,
other way. This
this
is
is what
I
it-
don't
yeah.
like. No, fuck that. If I have to come out of my character,
Okay.
this is what this is. I got no time to beat around the bush. This is disrupting me.
I
in
think
a
that's
certain
the
sense.
problem too. Is that people like, in my opinion, men are way softer than what they pretend to be,
Yes.
Yes.
and they don't want to admit that. So when it comes
And
to a
that goes back
conversation,
to my original statement.
Exactly.
Because
They can't.
society has put it so much on them.
I agree.
Especially being a black man.
I agree.
You're supposed to suck it up, take it, and move on. You're
I
strong.
agree.
You're this.
But when you're
that.
with somebody that allows you to be vulnerable like that,
Right. How do you explain to them or teach them to believe it?
shit. If I've allowed you to be vulnerable
that's
with me,
something that
I
takes
gotta be
time.
honest
But
with
you but they got to believe that they can be vulnerable.
Shit.
When they don't believe
if
it,
they haven't been
they
vulnerable
continue
already,
to
then
So
fight.
that
something's
also
wrong.
that also
but they
ties
can be
into-
vulnerable with everybody else.
That
Because they
also
got
ties into
besties
the-
and
but
shit
that-
that they
that-
want to call and talk to.
But that's
You know?
that's a part of their background. Because they've known whatever for so long and they've created this safe space for them. That's what they result back to. So they don't
Okay.
know anything else because in their mind they're thinking, okay, well damn. Even though something so small of, I told her I lost this game and how much this game meant to me and she
Right.
helped with me training for this game and getting ready for this game and she showed up for this game and she cheered for me and I lost it and then all she had to say was, oh well good job, babe. It's all right, you'll get the next one.
That's all.
And
That's
and
big.
they look at that as, damn,
That's it.
like that's all you gonna.
You're
do?
not gonna tell me where I can get better at. You ain't gonna tell me what's the next
They-
game
they-
plan.
they
What's
saw-
the
they
next
saw
move?
that one
What should I
snippet.
do?
And unfortunately, because you didn't give them the type of nurture that they needed for that moment,
Okay.
they shut down.
Yep.
And in
So
their
I-
mind, they gotta
Got to know your partner.
So now you gotta rebuild
I
that
will
trust
say
factor
that
in
my
that area.
problem with that whole situation is that I'm a very private person. People love me. They call me the vibes, because I am the vibes, and
But
when I'm out in this set. But at
it's
home,
a mask.
But it is a mask.
It's a mask.
It is a mask because when I'm home, don't nobody know. Like until I shared with you ladies, nobody knew that I was trying to kill my ex and myself. But it's a fact.
This
And
is
I,
true.
I proudly speak it today because I had to overcome it.
Mm-hmm.
It was embarrassing when I realized it, but at the moment when I was going through it, baby, I was full
I
blown
look at
and
it like
committed.
this. I would never
You
say it was
understand?
embarrassing.
Oh no, I
because
was
you-
embarrassed. Let me tell you, I was like, what the
No,
fuck was I thinking?
Because
What?
because if somebody was to ask you, would you ever do this? Would you ever try to kill
Yeah.
yourself and yourself? Of course not. No, I'm gonna
Right.
let that man go. Fuck that. You
Correct.
can never say never till you are put in that situation.
Baby, and you are absolutely right. That's why I was embarrassed because I cared more about.
Why be embarrassed of a
trying to
characteristic that was
end
brought
him?
out of you?
Exactly.
You didn't know you didn't know that was in you until it was brought out of you.
me. I did not.
So I always tell
I
people
did not.
never be
not.
ashamed or embarrassed or apologize for a
Correct.
reaction,
Correct.
for a statement or anything that you do that you feel like you had to apologize for. Never apologize for it because you didn't know you had that in you till it was brought out.
Well, I did have a conversation with my kids. I told them the truth about it. I was like, look, loving it ain't no joke. It ain't no punk.
Yeah.
Shit,
You
it's
know,
worse than
when
any
you tell
drug.
when you tell somebody that you love them, you never understand that person's intention. God or whoever the creator is had a very sneaky little quip going on. When he made us, one thing he could not do. I can't read your mind right now.
It's called free will.
I can't read your intention right now.
I ain't gonna lie. If I could
But
have any power,
at
shit,
the
we
end of
read
the
on
day-
mine.
And the next
we are given that, you know better. You know,
We
right?
You
do.
can't read the mind,
You
but
can
you can
feel it.
read the body language.
Yeah.
Can we though?
You can feel the energy.
Yes.
But can we though?
Yes,
Yes.
you can.
Can we though?
Yes.
Because if that's true, then how do we get fucked over?
Lies. No, wait.
Because we wear our own rose
I'm about to
colored
give y'all the
glasses.
perfect example.
Rose-colored glasses.
We
be the
saw
truth.
red flags and thought it was a
Yes. Now, you
She
know
said
your
carnival.
children, right? Let me
Mm-hmm.
explain. Okay, my kids, each and every one of them niggas got tails when they lying, and I can call them out.
You know what?
One giggles,
That's true.
you lying, stop playing with me. Other one gets silent and stare, you lying. You ain't
know
got nothing
what?
to say. Your eyebrows lift up because you waiting to see if I know it. You lying. You just be sitting there and
Same thing
They
as with a
true.
man.
That's true.
The
So
same
when
thing
you
as with a
know
man.
somebody, you know, but when you
But
choose
guess
to ignore
what?
it, it's a choice, and you just lie to
Is that
yourself.
because we lie to ourselves?
Because we love them.
Or we?
Yes.
Because we love them.
And as
So
a
it's a
woman,
mixture of both.
we wind up
We
giving
love them,
unconditional
so we lie
love.
to ourselves.
Unconditional
Because
to
it's
the point to
unconditional.
where
You let
we're
it
not
slide.
loving ourselves like we should because we giving out that unconditional, not to ourselves.
We're
but to
accepting
somebody
some
else.
shit that we said that we would never accept. Case in point, my shit.
Okay.
Love this man. Can't let him go. Don't want to let him go.
Okay. Okay. Come on.
But
be
I
real
know when
about
I
that
try to
shit.
have a serious conversation,
All right.
body language change. It's getting too real. I'm speaking some shit that you trying to
So
figure out
his
how
body
to,
language
yeah,
change.
body language changing.
Yeah.
Certain shit I'm saying, he looking like, how the fuck? Okay.
So, but then
You
what does
know
that
what?
tell you though when his body language is changing?
That
on
lets
you?
me know I was right from the jump. The
Okay.
conversation's getting too deep. You're
Okay.
either not ready to have it,
Okay.
or you're trying to protect me because you think what you're gonna tell me is really gonna hurt. No, what hurts me more is you shutting down and not having the conversation with me.
So,
I can take communication. I can't take a shutdown.
so what about that next step in saying that? Do you say it?
no.
Nah, you don't never
I'll-
want to let a person
no.
know when you can tell them because they're gonna try and hide.
I'll be
that.
honest. It's still a
That's
it's
the
still
rule
a heavy
of communication
conversation
that fucks me up because why not just be like, look, I see you shutting down.
because
What is it?
No, because
Nah.
I'll say it.
Seriously?
No, I will say it. Look, I know if I press too hard, you're gonna shut down. So I tell you what, whenever you're ready to talk, this is a safe space. I leave that door open and I keep reassuring him. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me.
Good.
But it's only when you're ready. I can't press him because if I press him, he's gonna completely cut
And
me
then,
off.
but then-
if I
but
tell
then-
you how I know, you gonna cover that up too. So now I gotta start all over again. No,
But then when you
I'm gonna
say
just hold
that
that
to
to
him,
myself.
Do you move on with your life, or do you
I'm gonna
sit
be
there
honest
and
with you.
wait
in,
for him?
in the past, I would move on. Right now,
When it's
I
something
am,
you
I
want,
am purposely
you leave
not
some
dealing
room.
with nobody else.
you leave a little wiggle room.
Come on, y'all doing too much.
I'm not
Y'all
even. I'm
doing
gonna
too
just
much.
call it
That's
spade a
too
spade.
much for
I'm
me
waiting.
now. That's
I'm
too
waiting.
much.
Because I'm
Wait on
hoping.
what? Because it's clearly.
Because I'm hoping one day this nigga will actually
See, but
fucking
then that's
get
what
it.
I'm.
Nah,
That's my point.
ergo where
Is he?
you can
Is you
still
waiting
control
on what
the
you
situation,
visualizing?
irregardless.
So you waiting on what you visualizing?
No, well, it's not just what I visualized. It was what was said and what actions actually was put in place that made me believe it.
But what about those actions being fake?
That's the part I struggle with because I don't know what was real and what was
See,
game.
this is why I mean, like, are you holding on to what you think, or are you holding on to what it is?
And that's where it's fuzzy. for
That's
me.
where the facts is. Like
That's-
the facts
that's
is
where
telling
it's
you
fuzzy
that if
with
he's
me.
not ready, he's not ready.
No, because some days
You know when that motherfucker not ready.
Why
I
you
mean,
know?
no, because
You
some,
know.
cause some days, spot on. The connection is right there. It's like we never left. And
But is
it
the
ain't?
shit just
But
You
is
know
he
when he's
gaming
ready,
you,
when
though?
he's consistent. When he's not consistent, you not ready.
But what if he's gaming you?
No, nigga,
I
they
mean,
got game, man.
if he's gaming, then the motherfucker gets an Academy Award, a global winning.
Listen, let me tell you something. My
standing
ex-husband
ovation.
almost got an Academy Award and a tombstone.
Hey,
So let me tell you something.
Shit, I'll go to damn California.
Academy
Hold on.
Award and a tombstone.
That's what we
That
call
should be
them,
a song.
thespians.
That should be a song. Academy Award and a tombstone. Academy
Hey.
Award and a tombstone. You know what I mean? The nigga almost got
mean-
both. I'm saying because he had me believing, but then when he was out there with them other hoes, I had to think like nigga.
Nah,
you had me
but how long did it
fooled.
take for it to transition?
I was married
that way?
17 and a half years.
So was it the full 17 and a half that it was
Day
like that?
one,
Oh,
I threw a
shit.
pizza in
Okay.
a hot pizza from Pizza Hut in
See,
his face.
That's why you couldn't have been no fat bitch because we ain't finna throw no food.
Facts.
I'm
Oh,
not.
I ate that shit
I'm gonna eat
afterwards.
this shit while I'm
was
talking
pregnant.
to you, cause I ain't wasting no
Nah,
Pizza Hut.
I'm
That
not-
deep
No,
dish.
y'all
Nah,
know
I'ma
that
throw
good
that.
crust.
I don't eat pizza.
When I was pregnant, I really was. This is no lie. Because I ended up going to the emergency room because we physically fought. When I threw that pizza in his face, he swung and I swung back. I ended up going to the emergency room because they thought I was going to have some complications from that pregnancy. And I had pulled a groin. First of all, I was like, bitches got groins? I didn't know.
Yeah. I can tell you.
I did not
Now, look,
know.
I pulled
I
one.
was
It
like,
wasn't from
I
fighting.
thought that was nigga shit.
Nah,
I got groin too.
Yeah,
Baby,
I did.
look.
You just, a leg all cocked. I said, what?
Girl, look, you don't know pain till you had bursitis
I
in your fucking
yeah.
pelvis, bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put me
Ooh,
on
I had
bed
that shit in
rest.
my elbow.
I
Never
had,
again.
I had that shit right here.
Right, yeah.
That body looking right, I ain't thinking that out, but I wish I would. You know I'm trying to get that in the bedroom, show me that freaky stuff. Lights out, we can use the candles, baby, that should be enough. I hope you give me more than I can handle.